important things for teachers around the world to know about either Taiwanese culture or Chinese culture in order to do well as an online ESL teacher?
Okay. Because most of the clients are from China, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on what I know, Chinese people, they well, let's put it this way. Like Asian people, generally they don't like to talk a lot when they
Quieter.
yeah, they are shyer because part of the reason is that our education doesn't encourage you to speak.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you know the answer or you don't know the answer, or you might know the answer but you're not sure. Normally you don't talk about what you're thinking about. So you just, well, the teacher says something and you just take it out. You don't question the teacher, you don't ask questions, and uh you don't think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's true.
Okay.
They don't want you to think.
Right,
You
right.
have to comply.
Okay.
Yeah, but in Taiwan, it's not as serious.
Okay.
It's, yeah, so because we have a lot of uh, how do I put this? In a way, we are pretty Americanized. So compared to China, I would say in Taiwan we are more like westernized.
Sure.
But yeah, but still,
Right.
between, like, for example, like an American student and a Taiwanese student, you can still feel the Taiwanese student will be quieter
Sure.
than an American one.
Sure.
So yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, that's pretty much what my opinion on this issue.
Okay. But that's very useful to know, and I think you explained it very clearly. So thank you for that. Um, so that answers my next question, so we can skip that one. Uh,
Yeah,
so you were saying that the learning environment is pretty much the teacher speaking, the student taking in information.
yeah,
Is that correct?
yeah. But and also we have this how do we call it, peer pressure? Yeah,
Okay.
like people are afraid. Normally, people are afraid to say something wrong. Like they are afraid to make mistakes. That's also why they don't like to speak, because once you say something wrong, people are gonna mock you. They're gonna laugh at you. So yeah, and the reason why they are laughing at you because of our education. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah.
Be-
So
because of your education, in what way?
uh, because in the, I'm not sure in Japan or in Korea, but in the Chinese speaking world,
Hmm.
like in China and Taiwan, in Singapore, maybe in Singapore not that, but because they also speak English, but in Taiwan, in China, in part of Malaysia, and the Chinese speaking area in Singapore, we like the standard answer. Like every question has a standard answer. So if you say something that's not it, people will think you're wrong.
Okay.
So
Right. So you have to
yeah,
save face.
yeah,
So
that's
you don't want to say anything if
yeah. So
you don't want to take the
even,
risk.
yeah, even if you have if you got a point,
Hmm.
people still think that it's not uh the standard answer, so they don't think you are right.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
even though you might be right, right? Sometimes it's not that simple.
Right.
Sometimes it's quite complicated.
Do you have any
Yeah.
suggestions for trying, since we're coming from two different viewpoints, the Western culture and the Eastern. So do you have any suggestions for teachers that, I mean, should we try to open up the conversation more or should we not? Because
Yeah.
My
Uh-huh.
first, instinct is to try to get them to speak more. Should I not?
I think the teachers should do that, but that's like step by step. Like you can you can give the student one question and just start from there. Just don't do like hello, what's your name, where you're from, blah 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 blah, blah. Like the a whole list of questions like coming out.
Take it slowly.
Yeah. So yeah, my strategy is to, well, it doesn't apply to you guys because I usually start speaking Chinese. Yeah.
But try to
But
warm up the environment first.
yeah, you should just give like one simple question. Like for example, start with the name, right? And something simple like, do you like apples?
Okay.
And normally the Chinese people from China, and if you're there at the low level, they don't really have a strong base on the grammatical structures. So you have to emphasize the keyword. Like for example, do you like apples? Apples, obviously, is the keyword, right? So you have to say apples a lot of times. And
Oh.
usually I will save all the pictures in my computer, the pictures of the fruit.
Mhm.
So I show them, like, because I find fruit very useful. Like, do you like apples? Do you like pears? Do you like what else? Kiwis? Like
Mhm.
things like that. Yeah, and it's really simple because when you show them the picture, they know what you're talking about. And when
Right.
they see that, you say, "Oh yeah, apple. Oh yeah, yeah, I like apple." Like they will say, "Like I like apple." You don't have to correct them. That I like apples. Like I like. Oh yeah, good, Mike. Very good.